You know, if you're going to the gym and you know you've got your diet, you've got your training, and you're doing it for 2 months, yeah, and you have not seen any progress in 2 months, or even a fucking month, yeah, do you think that if you continue to do what you're doing, you will see progress the next month? I rarely see anybody training hard enough. Yeah. Rarely, yeah? You ain't training hard enough. Up. Push. 2 more. Come on, let's go. Full power. Push, 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 push. 1 more. Drive, 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 drive. 1 more. Some body parts like back and legs I do pre-exhaust. So I do an isolation exercise first, like pull over for back, leg extensions for legs. But I personally never found a real isolation exercise for pecs that I feel like really works without putting too much strain on the shoulder. I prefer to start with a compound exercise on chest. So let me get on there with no weight and I'll just show you the motion, medium grip.
Is that like middle finger on the little strip?
Depends on the, you know, your length of arms and everything, right? Yeah. So not in like that, too much triceps, not out like that, too much limited range and too much on the shoulders. So you can see my forearms are kind of parallel to each other. A lot of people lift off and they start from out here, bring it over so it's in line with your sternum. So we're there, we're nice and tight, everything's tight, come down, touch the sternum, and return. All right, so we're going to go 12 here. Yeah? Slightly slower on the lowering of the weight, the negative. Push. 1, 2, 10. 2 more. Push. And again. Okay. So what we can do, got a hammer incline there. We can take that as a second exercise just because we've got control on there because it's a machine, yeah? Yeah. And with the machine I can give you extra negatives. So at the end, when you fail positively, you haven't fully failed because there will be still some strength in the negative, yeah? Yeah. So that's the why we try to slow it down on each rep, just to try to tax it to get somewhere near to failure, but probably still, even though you reach positive failure, there'll be some left in the tank. So what I'll do is I'll lift it to the top.
You know, back in the day when you were like training in your prime, did you always have a training partner for every single session?
Personally, I always had a training partner, yeah. Because I was going heavy and going to failure, it's not safe on some exercises. And you know, mentally, if I say to you, go on the decline press to failure on your own, you're not going to do it because you have the danger of getting stuck under the bar and that's always going to be in your mind, So you need a training partner for that, or at least a good spotter, you know. Certain exercises require longer rest periods because more muscle mass involved, more oxygen debt. You know, if you're doing legs or you're doing heavy back, you're going to have to rest longer than a chest, or chest is going to be longer than biceps maybe. So,
well, I always tell people rest until you're ready to go again and match
all out
or improve upon the previous set's intensity.
Yeah, you don't want to be, if you're breathing heavy from a set and then you rush into the next one, you could reach failure because of your cardio system, but it's unlikely on chest, but we still need at least a minute to rest, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
1, 2, 3, up! Your bar.
Yep.
Yes. Push. 2. Up. Push. 2 more. Come on, let's go. Full power. Push, 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 push. 1 more. Drive it up, drive it up, drive it up, drive it up. Squeeze the bar, squeeze the bar. Yes.
What advice would you give to people who, you know, they feel like they're doing everything right with their training, sleep, nutrition, but they're not seeing any change?
Well, then they're not doing everything right, are they? You know, if you're going to the gym and you know you've got your diet, you've got your training, and you're doing it for 2 months, and you have not seen any progress in 2 months, or even a fucking month, do you think that if you continue to do what you're doing, you will see progress the next month and the one after and the one? Of course not. You do the same thing, you get the same results. So if it's not working, you need to reassess. Look at the whole thing. I don't know, on an individual basis. You need to look at your training. Are you training intensely enough? 1. Are you training possibly too often? Those are the 2 common things. I rarely see anybody training hard enough. Rarely, You ain't training hard enough. Secondly, you're training too often. That's it, If you're in the gym for more than an hour, you are not training. You're in the gym. 45 minutes to an hour, hardcore, pushing. You know, whatever you do at first will work. If you do push-ups, you haven't done push-ups before, it'll work, Fairly not perfect training, it will give you results to a degree. Then your body gets used to that. Then you've got to really look into what you're doing and how you can increase the intensity. Are you recovering fully between the workouts before you go back in again? That's very important. Right, I'm going to help you to the top. We start there, Ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3, up! Hold it there, push. 1, okay, nice. Let's drive it. 2, 7, upper chest, come on, drive it through. Yes. And again. Squeeze. Drive, 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 drive. One more. Squeeze it up, squeeze it up, squeeze it up, squeeze it up. We got one more, Mike. Come on. Too easy. Come on. Drive it. Right. Hold it there at the top. You're coming down real slow now, yeah? Real slow. Real slow. Then me and you, we're going to just throw it to the top. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Up. Up. Slower, 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 slower. Okay, good. Feel that, right?
Yep. Wasn't expecting that.
Negative range of the motion is always stronger than the positive, yeah? So even when you've reached positive failure, there's still juice left in the tank on that negative. So this way we can exhaust everything. Positive, negative, everything. Finished. Yeah. Now, what's the point to do another set on here? No point. It's like shooting somebody twice that's already dead. Yeah, you know, job's done.
Do it as well.
Job's done. If you do another set, it won't necessarily do anything more to stimulate growth, but it will be putting more stress on you, on your nervous system, making it harder for you to recover.
This is a fly or a press?
Fly, yeah. And you know, as you say, you want to work on the upper chest.
Can you show me what? Because there's a few different variations of a fly. I want to know what you would go for.
Facing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Arms, as you come down, they're bent like a hook. Yeah. Then you come up, still bent like a hook. Trying to isolate as much as possible. All right, the triceps are there, they're stabilizing, but you don't want to lock out at the top. That's small triceps. So we're trying to keep the tension on the pecs. You'll notice you'll get to a certain point and the resistance is falling off. So that's as far as you should go. 10 reps, yeah, nice stretch, squeeze up. We're in there, yeah, that's where we are. Yep. Squeeze. Good. 2. Squeeze. 6. Squeeze. 7. And again, you got it, come on. Squeeze. And 1. Squeeze. Yeah. I'm betting that felt harder than usual.
Yeah, just because everything...
Because you fried it on the previous one. Yeah. You did negatives on the upper chest.
And because you were always obviously working towards something, did you feel like the motivation was pretty consistent, or did you have the days where you're like, nah?
Well, I had always a long-term goal, which might be a competition, so that's a yearly goal. Yeah. But I'd break that down into months, and I'd break the months down into workouts. Yeah. So I'll be coming to this workout now, knowing exactly what I did last week, exactly what I need to achieve today, down to the fucking rep and the weight and everything. So I know what I need to achieve when I'm coming in the gym, and I'm focused, and you know, I'm not coming in like, what shall I do today? You're not going to get very far doing that. I'm going to do isolation concentration curl first, because biceps are one of my weakest points. So I was doing what everyone else was doing. I started like barbell curls, dumbbells. My front delts and my forearms was growing, biceps not so well. So what I discovered is worked better for me is to isolate it first. You know, with it, concentration is great. I used to have a Nautilus curl that was even better. But the idea is to isolate the bicep, push it to failure, and then when you go to, say, barbell curl, well, you know, there's going to be a little bit of movement, there's going to be a little bit of shoulder movement inevitably. It's a bit looser, but it doesn't matter because you've already fried the biceps. So that's what we'll do. Upper arm against the leg, up, slowly down. 1, 2, 9, one more, 10. 1, nice. 2, 5. Easy, yeah, strong man. Okay.